All right, welcome back, everyone. We know that there's some other stuff going on TV right now, especially if you're from the U.S., so we appreciate you coming to hang out with us here.
I love being here.
But we've got another match now in the South American region. Again, this is game number 2 between Rey de Picolo and
Infamous
Gaming.
Infamous.
So, you know, game number 1, Infamous, they...
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I get a point.
Right.
And who else gets
Kips,
it?
I think? Kips.
Kips gets a point.
Okay.
All right.
I think I'm still ahead, though.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Barely.
Just wait until NA comes up. That's going to be the real test between Breaky and I on this. Kips too, I'm sure, just from her sheer knowledge of what she's saying.
Of course.
But yeah, so we do have the draft up for Infamous versus Rey de Picolo. What do we think we're going to see? What are we anticipating?
Tiny Band. Did it happen? Yes. Yeah. Okay, good start.
Good.
Yeah, no, that, again, moves, what is that, 3 games in a row now we've seen him on? All 3 and the 3 wins, so very, very impressive player on it. I'm sure he can play other heroes too, but very impressive to see on the Tiny at least. So
I think Moose used to be a position 5 player, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think he was on, when he was on Guerra de Venganza.
Okay.
He actually was playing 5, so seeing him in a 4 is kind of fun.
Do you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. I actually, my sister-in-law is actually Peruvian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I and then people make fun of me a lot of times because when I am speaking Spanish, I tend to, you know, use the proper accent sometimes, and they all make fun of me. But if I do that around my sister-in-law's family, if I just go straight American, they all make fun of me even worse. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Can't win.
But yeah, you know, it's fun. It's fun being, I speak a little bit of Spanish. I'm working on my Brazilian Portuguese. It's not very good, but I can speak basic phrases. I'm working on that too, so I can really do full coverage of the area. But
I speak Klingon.
Nice.
I don't.
Oh,
no.
I was about to say, I speak a little bit of Elvish from Lord of the Rings.
I would have believed that, honestly. I would have.
I could have gone with that, but that would have, then he would have asked me, and I've been, no.
Do you speak any other languages?
No, I'm American.
That's fine. That's fine.
I speak American.
You speak American.
That's it.
He speaks freedom.
Yes. You know my language.
Right, right.
10 seconds.
Elder Titan.
Elder Titan.
That's a good replacement
Radiant
for
side.
Tiny.
That might actually be a denial pick too, because Theolacor is one hell of an Elder Titan.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting that so many of the heroes that we would see banned out in the European region, like for example the Lich or the Dazzle, just make it completely through here. I don't really see any indication of them going out there.
Oh no,
Lich.
there's the Grimstroke.
Oh, Grimstroke, excuse me. I was like, a Lich.
Stroke Lich.
I would like to see a Grimstroke
Lich.
Sven, maybe.
You mean Lich. You misspoke.
Ah, man, that English sometimes, that freedom still
Freedom speak.
comes out a little funny sometimes. No, I mean, I'd be very surprised if they managed to pull off the Lich here. If they're able to grab that. If they do, obviously it's a great combo. That is like the duo, right? Being able to have it, but also like there's so many good things that can come along with a Grimstroke. You can get a Doom in the off lane if you want. I don't think I've seen
Grimstroke Tusk is also absolutely excellent.
Yes, that is definitely a Theolacor Tusk. We've seen him pick that up in the past, and also
no, that's you.
Oh yeah, T.
And just the you know, the snowball alone is just super good, but tag team on top of that.
There he is.
A lot. So Dazzle pick up though for Infamous. I do like this. I do like this. This is it's interesting though because I don't know if it's going to be a core Dazzle or if it's going to be a support Dazzle.
Core Dazzle I'm a lot more sold on than the Ruby Core for sure. No, but yeah, Core Dazzle, very good. You get the early Necronomicon, put a lot of pressure on the enemy. So
if you get some kind of core that jumps, for example, let's say a PA who is like she's fallen out of grace recently, but especially if you tri-lane her with a Grimstroke Tusk, everything dies. And it dies fast too. You deal so much damage. You got that Ink Swell on top of you. You can also snowball in even if you don't really want to get a jumping carry still.
yeah.
It's extremely powerful.
Obviously, as a support Dazzle, you're not going to get nearly as much farm for the sake of item build, but he still, in a sense, will accomplish what a Core Dazzle can bring to the table in team fights, specifically with the bad Juju, the cooldown reduction of his abilities, and the Shallow Grave, the biggest thing, of course. So, yeah, no, wherever they want to run this Dazzle makes him ultimately a great, again, first 2 pick for Infamous. And, yeah, you're pointing out, we're not seeing it banned, so sure enough, Infamous going to take it. Also, a great synergy, you know, with Elder Titan in the sense of his natural order. Removing all that physical armor, specifically in his case. If they really run him as a core, then those poison touches will really sting.
Pugnaban, that's a very popular core to run together with the Grimstroke. Loads of single target abilities, especially the double life drain is always fun.
Radiant team pick.
Oh,
Blade.
baby.
Into Elder Titan. That is very
That's
interesting.
Yeah,
brave.
Brave,
Yeah,
I'd say.
that's one way to put it. Brave, sure.
I mean,
Where is this guy? You figure we'd have him right here.
right there. Terrible.
Then we banish him to like
third
the
shelf?
back of the
Third
shelf.
behind the Tinker.
Ah, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
10
What?
seconds
Yeah,
when
how
the
would he
dire
end up
team
behind
pick.
Tinker? Anyway.
Dark.
You want him on the safe lane?
Yes, I'd assume so.
That Darkseer pickup too.
Let's go.
Try to mess with the.
Yeah, now they have a Darkseer for the Terrorblade as well in the laning phase. Yeah, I don't know about this Terrorblade. I mean, this hero is obviously a very popular one, a lot of success. We see him all the time, but there's some games where you kind of just want to stay away from him.
Well, this
10
is
seconds
the
remaining.
guy.
This is Costabile.
That is, but that was a level. He was all the way fully maxed out level. It's not often that you
Yeah.
see the Terrorblade reach that point too. Keep in mind.
Yeah,
Not to take away from anything in that, but
This-
it was kind of a perfect storm situation.
he just had a very rough
Safe
Slark
lane
game.
support, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm moving him out because
yeah.
Darkseer.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
No, he just had a very, very rough Slark game in the matchup purpose, and they're doing that again to him. So he can be a great, great player, but there's a reason why drafts are won by some teams, and I'm again leaning towards Infamous already because of that. But
Well, this is kind of like your go big, go home kind of moment if you're on
Yeah, absolutely.
play,
Yeah.
right? Because it's, you drop this game, you're out, you're done. See you later. You're not going to the major. So, this time is kind of, you pull out all the stops, you pull out, some of your best heroes, things that are super comfort picks, possibly.
aw,
Ah,
maybe a puck.
well,
Radiant team pick.
that could actually be a picker as well. Okay,
Okay.
Doom.
So, double Doom. I like it.
Whenever you have
Double
a
the
Grimstroke,
fun.
Doom's value goes up
Where
quite a bit.
did we put?
Great against Darkseer,
Wait,
again, in the sense of
This is
dooming him.
Did Doom walk off?
Doom target.
I'm not sure, but it's usually not a good sign when you can't fight the D.
10 seconds.
It's
Maiden,
just-
Centaur,
this is it.
Bristle, Chaos Knight. Yeah,
Oh,
where's
he is up here
with Bounty
with
Hunter?
the bees. Okay,
All right, that's
as something. Where do we put him then? In the offlane, I guess.
Maybe over
yeah,
here.
offline.
Get it with the
offline.
dusk.
It's gonna be a hiccup.
I gotta work on my.
Slide.
Yeah.
Don't worry. By the end of this, you'll be a pro.
A shuffleboard.
So then what's got the Doom? We've got the Terrorblade. So we still need.
All
an-
standing. We're hype.
Yeah, we are. This is a big deal.
Didn't even
right?
realize.
We need
It's
a
happening.
Lenaro
It's
hero,
going down.
and we need a Tomato, and
Could be a Dazzle mid still, again,
Could
depending on
be.
the matchup. So that's always got to be left open. I would figure the safe lane hero is going to come here. So yeah, the Tomato hero specifically. You're in a Terrorblade core matchup. Juggernaut is banned. I totally was going to not say that he should be picked.
Well, we've seen a Lifestealer do very well up until the last minute.
True.
Yeah, no, Lifestealer.
Luna's still open
Yeah, that
as well, but yeah, TB Reflection, kind of don't want to
Yeah.
pick that. Who else have we been seeing? Troll Warlord?
Trolls, yeah, Troll's actually pretty good too. He's also one of these. He doesn't really, again, now with the battle trance, maybe he cares a little bit more about getting doomed. But
Or maybe a little bit less, if you get it off before the Doom is on.
well,
it's
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
just-
exactly,
just
true.
hit me. I'm going to take 2 of your teammates with me.
Yeah, yeah, I can see the troll. What is that?
no.
Dire
Nice.
team back.
Got him.
No me no.
It worked.
Morphling. Okay, so we are going to get...
Oh, the
That's great,
Tomato Morphling. I've been waiting for
Not
this.
as popular of one in this event, but
This guy is
great against Terrorblade.
This guy is great on Morphling
Yeah.
too. Like this is one of his best heroes.
Love me some good Morphling players.
I
Over
know,
here.
They always murder me, but
Yeah, safe lane?
Yeah.
Does Tomato usually play it safe lane, or does he go mid on it sometimes
he
as
can
well?
go. He can go either. He can go either. I believe usually he plays in the safe lane though.
All right, so that gives him some flexibility here as well on picking up both of these heroes before the last pick.
And having a shallow grave for the Morphling 2 is really
Yeah.
big. And that I'm assuming we're going to definitely see more of a support Dazzle now, especially with that pick. Another answer to Terrorblade 2. Costabile, again, can be a fantastic player on Terrorblade, whatever, but
This is going to be
setting
a
yourself up
tough,
like this.
tough game.
I could still see the Dazzle going mid as well. It really depends on what they end up picking here, because that gives you a bit more flexibility on all of your lanes, actually. You can still pick up another support and leave the Morphling safe lane. Or,
Radiant team
because we have seen Cuckoo, for example, with the ridiculous cooldown on the Shallow Grave. You can just grave 3 people per fight, basically. It's really solid.
To your point, they actually banned Lich on Radio Picolo. So
they're thinking about a core dazzle as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing RoboZ play the Dazzle in the mid lane,
10
but it's a
seconds
possibility
remaining.
for sure.
And then
5
over
seconds
on the
remaining.
other side, you could think about, you know,
Radiant team
burst damage hero. Puck, yeah, so silence out of there, magical burst out of there. Morphling gets to keep his mobility. And then
Space Creator for the Morphling. I think Infamous could use here.
a physical damage, I imagine, unless they would go with Dazzle
Dire team picked.
Crystal Maiden.
Dazzle core. It
Crystal
is.
Maiden.
Crystal Maiden mid, let's go.
Plus 10
No.
armor when channeling freezing
All I can
fields.
think of is like the Sailor Moon transformation
All right.
sequence.
I don't know
like
that
when
show.
she, oh my,
Never heard of it.
So
when she does that.
Dazzle, either Dazzle or Morphling to mid.
Yeah,
that could
I believe
still
Dazzle
shift as
probably
well.
would go.
Depends on their mid hero.
Probably think
Yeah.
Dazzle
Probably
mid is the
Dazzle.
most
10
universal one.
seconds remaining.
And then Crystal Maiden Morphling lane.
All
Okay.
right, all
Why,
man.
no, honestly, why Crystal Maiden? Because this hero's been dead for a while. She actually did get that buff to her freezing field where she gets, I think it is 10 armor
I think
now.
her aura got changed around a little bit too.
Did it maybe get tweaked around a little bit?
Yeah, it's not. She's not like, you know, oh my God, we all got to pick Crystal Maiden, but she's a little bit
Yeah.
better. Not great, but it does
What-
give you the slow. It gives you the disable. It does give you the giant freezing field.
The aura is good this game. I'll give it that. Darkseer will benefit. Elder
Yeah.
Clan, but like all these heroes will actually benefit quite a bit. So the aura is very useful.
It was
It's not a very strong lane though,
no.
Yeah.
which is like that could be a bit of a problem, especially if they get a Doomed Tusk in their faces. Crystal Maiden can't do anything about that.
5
Yeah.
seconds.
Oh,
And
Lena.
there's Lena, so yeah, burst
Now
damage for the
select
Morphling.
Sister versus sister.
Who? Oh, Lena versus Crystal. Okay.
Yeah, the players are all dudes.
Huh?
I mean, it is
All right.
2019, so you know you never know. But
Never
yeah.
really know. No assumptions here.
So what are we thinking? What are we thinking, team? We like an Infamous?
Like
we like
that Crystal Maiden. I gotta sit down, man. That Crystal Maiden, really. I was so ready to go for Infamous, and now I'm like, yes, but no. Is that? I enjoy Radio Picolet's draft, but they drafted Terrorblade into the Morphling. They got no real ways to like trade. Like they can trade farm with the Doom with the Darkseer, I guess. But that's about it. What the double Laguna Blade on the other side, I guess. I want to go Infamous
True.
still.
Infamous.
Yeah, let's see this Crystal Maiden work. Let's do it.
All right, what about you, Breaky?
They're setting up Costability to have a very difficult game again. And
Yeah.
the same thing as last game. I stand by that. This is a skilled team, but they're going up against a really good team also in Infamous. And when you're doing that to your core, you're not setting up for a good chance of victory. So Infamous for me.
I'm gonna go Infamous. I've seen what Tomato can do with this Morphling. The Crystal Maiden
Yeah.
is a little bit of a head scratcher for me, but you know what? It's a Crystal
That
Maiden.
fly.
It's not like
Sorry. The fly just
I just
attacked
watched
me.
it like
Yeah.
go down. Did you kill it?
I don't know.
That would be
Anyways, the predictions. I'm gonna go Infamous, and of course, production has to be the contrary, and then they will be going for Radio Piccolet. But no, like you said, it's gonna be a very difficult. I mean, miracles happen. Costabile, we've seen what this dude can do with Terrorblade, and then you have a lot of really nice, targets for the Grimstroke ulti. But I just feel, I don't know,
Double Sunder. Oh, doesn't
double
actually work.
piggies.
As I like these piggies. I think we saw too few of them in the previous matches. I'm guessing here that, if there's this much on the line, you might want to relax a little bit, throw a couple pig balloons around,
I like the chaos.
Forget
game.
about your
There are
worries.
piggies everywhere.
Yeah.
These guys are always so much fun. I swear.
That was hot.
Making great use of that smoke.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Well, the smoke wasn't really for him, I imagine.
No, yeah, you're right. Musa using that smoke. Get all the way over here. Gonna get flank position.
He is going to really adapt to playing this very different hero now. He's been so
30 seconds
proactive
to
for
go.
3 games in a row. And now he really has to sit back, wait for the opportunities for these stomps. Wait for the right moment to walk in and get that damage done. But on the other hand, if he's just as clutch on the Elder Titan as he is on a Tiny, then we're going to see some great Earth Splitters. It's raining pigs?
Do those block camps?
No, there's no way that there's, if they do, there's a huge problem with that.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine all the pigs in camps at
Well,
that point?
can you imagine Valve testing that?
Did they even test it? It's like all of a sudden.
I heard we have a test client somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't know why either. I like the idea of having a test client.
For pigs.
Of the
Firecrackers.
for pigs, yes.
No Arcana on this Crystal Maiden.
That is disappointing, actually.
Whoa.
And
Need a
is this
little
an
companion.
aggro tri-lane coming out from Radio Picolo? I think so.
So
Yep.
here's so the Elder Titan though, like you have an Elder Titan. Why would you? I get why they're doing it, right? Because you know that you don't want to allow Tomato to have free farm, but this guy, the Elder Titan, just thrives.
Here we go.
Lanes.
Let's see, there's no camps for him to
Why,
hit.
why
yet,
is
I
he
think.
flying and now he's walking? Hello, pick one. This is why,
So-
bye guys.
That was actually a little unfortunate timing.
He might have messed up some of the mid lane
Yeah.
plans of his mid laner there.
I don't know if he's going to get the most damage here, actually.
Let's see what do we got. What we got?
Yeah, I mean, that's double damage plus, but still, it could have been a lot more.
Yeah, just smack him one slice and enough speed to sidestep that. Look at that. This is a lot of value. Oh, cancelled? yes.
Maybe a little much here, Moose. Just a little bit. All right, the Theolacor are gonna get first blood on Moose.
But he was having so much fun.
He was. He's having a good time. Don't stop him now.
That's your typical, you feel unstoppable for some reason, and all of a sudden they just kill you. Like, oh,
Well, we thought he was unstoppable as well. We were cheering and all.
I didn't think that. I mean, he
go.
deals a lot of damage, but he also, it's not like it makes him tanky or something, so. Yeah, no, into a meta, that was a bit greedy.
It was.
I mean, yes, he's great in the long run against this hero, but he doesn't have natural order yet, so that armor is, of course, kicking in.
God, who's got to be so careful here because with the tag team and the having Inkswell and if they land the Stroke of Fate, like this Crystal Maiden is, she's already got some mobility issues as it is. It's a pretty spooky thing for her.
And yeah, Theolacor just body blocking up the camp there so that, this remains a true
That's smart.
3v3.
That's smart. Looks like most of the action going to be going down here in this bottom lane. You'll get the Soul Ring picked up for the Darkseer now.
Yeah, so the Darkseer is now trading farm with the Doom. And we've seen, I think yesterday, was it Blizzy against...
That was a tune.
Or was it
Well, that was
No, Blizzy-
CS, but I think a tune played as
He
Doom
played-
into a Darkseer.
He
so.
did play.
as well, actually. We've seen
Yeah.
it multiple times. The Doom pretty much always pulls out ahead. But that's because he's a Doom as well. And
Very
you get
quick of a Crystal Maiden. Just
Very
wet,
cute.
sloshy snowballs that do nothing.
It's a Helber Smasher. Attack speed aura. Got the illusions annoyed by, but yeah, gonna wait for Metaform again before the Dire lane feels a bit more cozy about going in there. So 40 more seconds before that'll be back up.
At least the camp spawned now on 3 minutes, so maybe the Crystal Maiden can go back and pull with that.
We'll be pulling into that camp, that's for sure.
Yeah, Crystal Maiden can also solo farm a little bit in the jungle with the calls for a 2 to kind of recover levels and farm their
I don't
boss
think she has
fight.
the space for that though. Like, Grimstroke Tusk is going to murder your Morphling.
Yeah, maybe not right now, but down the line at least a little bit. But yeah, I doubt she even has Frostbite yet. She went,
No.
what, the slow as well as the aura, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah. It costs so much mana now too, everything. Like for her, it's pretty tough.
But her aura did get buffed for herself as
A
well.
little, yeah.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, it was a self buff, but the overall's a little bit weaker now.
At least in the early stages, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And this Darkseer has been really optimizing his jungle usage here. Top of the, well, last hit charts at least. Not sure if he'd be top of the net worth though.
Oh, that Dragon Slave was really close.
Also getting a lot of pressure in on the tower. But yeah, Darkseer's the only one on the Radiant that's doing well right now. Lina winning her lane against the Dazzle. Doom doing decently well.
Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, that Stroke of Fate followed with the shards. I should be able to get a kill on this Crystal Maiden. Tag team comes out. One more hit. It's going to be going over to Costabile.
Yeah. Again, with the metaphor, that is a very dominant trail in there.
Damage coming out of our moves lands that stomp. I don't think they're gonna go for this dive. All right, we do see the TP coming out from the Grimstroke. Be a little bit careful. I think they might still. Oh, Light Strike Array actually gonna keep Lenaro alive. Being slow coming in. They'll still get the kill on the Lina. It looks like they're gonna lose moves, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, losing the mid is much worse than losing your support, making the rotation. Bottom lane do have that meta popped here. Gonna try to harass over onto the Morphling. There's the runes up. He's gonna try to go for the steal. Not gonna be able to find it. Picolo core. No, he's gonna get taken down, and now there's no more meta. Do get a pause here.
A very aggressive play from D'Amato. Very impressive as well that he knows that he can just go for that and not die. He's got some sticks as well. Yeah. And I mean, you're saying that it's a good exchange for Moose to go on mid there, and you gotta realize that he also paid for that with the Crystal Maiden kill on bot. It's not just that that's a 1-for-1, that's actually a 2-for-1. They got a lot of pressure on the bot lane for that. There was space for the Terrorblade created by that rotation as well. So yeah, I'd say that it's worth it because that Dazzle can really help him out, but it was not that good of a trade.
Doom has the Purge creep there. Great against Darkseer, of course.
Yeah. I
think he went even hunting for that. I saw him pretty deep in the entire jungle all the way to the right, so found one. He is in an interesting spot here. Oh, never mind. Those are just illusions. Never mind. He's fine.
Well, try not to dwell on your mistakes, but learn from them and move on.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Immediately just shut down. Uh-oh.
Some bugged hotkeys going on.
Whoa.
All right.
That's not good.
Yeah, some players, they actually...
Just reminding you, Breaky.
That's kind of great that actually popped out. Some players actually, speaking of key bindings, you know, depending on what hero they're playing, they actually will use different key bindings for the abilities, and so that's why occasionally you'll see the pauses and players bringing that up. I don't know if that's the case here, but
there have been like strange things happening. Sometimes people's control groups don't work.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That is the worst when that happens. And like some people, you know, they do the quick cast for certain heroes, and some they just want to take them off completely, so depends. It happens.
I'd be afraid to experiment by playing an unfamiliar hero. Yeah, that Crystal Maiden is pretty experimental, I'd say.
I think I have the most, out of all the heroes I played, I have the most on Crystal Maiden.
Same. But there's a reason, like, it's because I played her back when I still played. And right now, I really wouldn't.
Yeah, she's been good.
Yeah, she's been very good.
But
no, I haven't played her in a while. Although I think I did experiment when she first got that buff just to see. I don't remember if I won that game. Everything prior to that was all Grimstroke, Lich, and Oracle. Those have been the three heroes I've been spamming.
I used to have all our timings down back when, you know, you were really still ganking mid with your supports and a smoke on like level 3 or something with the Crystal Maiden.
Being able to jungle with her too back in the day.
I mean, you can still kind of do that, but she's not
really
nearly as... No, and the jungle doesn't give as much as it did before either. Like, I wonder if you compare that, you know, the amount of gold that was on the map previously, and then what previously, I mean like 4 years ago, versus what you can get now, and then looking at how much DPM these players still get out of it. Like, has the efficiency been, you know, increasing so much that they're still getting the same amount of gold out of the map as, you know, they did before, even though there was much more gold on the map back then? That sort of thing. But I don't know, and I think it's also very hard to find that information again. So much has changed.
I just want to say Dota is best enjoyed with friends, and I'm glad that you guys are here.
You want to play Dota after this, guys?
No.
It's a little bit.
I do actually. I am itchy to play some Dota. That's the downside about doing the night shift, right? Is that by the time you're done,
everyone wants to leave.
Everyone wants to leave, and you can't.
She, Brody, and Lizard all playing games after they're done.
We just gotta dig out the car.
Yeah, we could. They're sitting around the computers. I'm sitting outside shoveling snow, or
we're trying to figure out
for some reason brooming snow.
That's still one of my favorite comments. Why were they using a broom when they had a shovel?
I don't know.
You know, you use whatever's on hand, I suppose.
Yeah. It's also, why was there a panda out and taking out the car?
You know, this is DreamLeague, okay? You don't ask questions. You just go with it.
Roll.
Yeah, if there is a panda, you better deal with it.
Yep.
And we don't care if that makes you uncomfortable.
So this is the last qualifier of the first set. Of course, we had China So actually recapping that, do that real quick. So we had the China region. I believe it was LGD. Was it Aston? Yeah, I'll better pull it up.
We have the power of the internet.
Yeah, sure.
They might not, but we do.
It was hotkeys this time, they said.
Oh,
so.
hotkeys. That's right.
Looked. LGD, eHome, and then Keen Gaming
Keen,
actually came in
alright.
third. Yeah. So Keen Gaming, Old 11 or Old Chicken 11, Kaka Dark.
Okay.
So yeah, solid roster there. But yeah, eHome, how about them too? Again, qualifying via the minor last time and doing decent, and now qualifying just the major straight up here. That's quickly becoming a team that's.
Yeah, after
Powerful
the way
China.
they sort of rampaged through the minor, I had no doubt that they were going to do decent in major as well. And I'm not surprised to see them up here again.
Yeah. So Vici Gaming, Team Astra, those are definitely a couple of teams that finishing in the 5th, 6th spot, and they'll have to compete for the minor instead.
It's going to be rough for other teams in the minor,
Dude, the minor's
I'd say.
gonna be crazy. I know. It's just, I love the format this year for reasons like this. I mean, all the minors so far has been pretty legitimate.
Moxie, look at that.
Ah, what is this?
Peace.
Whose is this?
Get out of here.
Whose courier is this? Bardo. I know you have a better courier than that. I have seen the better couriers.
CIS, of course, we have VP and Navi.
Look
Saw
at this
that
little
earlier.
guy. Look at this little seal. He looks so smug, right? He's got
Yeah.
a whole little
It's like-
basket full of fish. He was
Oh,
pretty angry,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Angrily smug. No, this is
Fight
What are
me.
you
That is
looking at?
fight me.
this is a big mood
Hang
here,
Oh, it's cute.
man.
Why does the seal have wings?
Shut up,
That's
Breaky.
what I want to know.
Well, because he needs
He has
to
to
fly.
fly.
Yes.
Duh.
How else is he going to deliver the items? Next question.
As far as Southeast Asia goes, Fnatic, the expected team, we saw TNC dropping out. Mineski actually qualifying by defeating Boom ID. In the,
Ooh.
so Boom ID is they're not the biggest name team, but they're out of Indonesia, I want to say. Yeah, that's obviously not. That's a cool region to see them out of and representing well. That they've been around for a little. I want to say they've actually been a team for going into last season. One of those teams that have been around.
They have been around
a lot.
for even longer than that. They've really slowly been working on themselves. They've always been, and that's one of those things that I think is really impressive. There's just someone from Indonesia that said, all right, we're going to make an Indonesian team. I'm going to get the best Indonesian players and I'm going to invest in this. And for several years now, they've been building this roster. Indonesia is a huge country. If you look at the amount of Dota players from there, it is the amount of people in general. I think people really underestimate how big Indonesia is, as well as India, for example. I'm sure we're going to see, just like Boom ID is climbing up now with this full Indonesian team that has been sort of built from the ground up. We're also going to see a team from India and
With
Southeast Asia at some point.
ESL Mumbai.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
Mumbai coming up.
Coming up. We got the open qualifiers happening for that recently, and yeah, that's going to be exciting.
I just really like it when new regions get to
Yeah.
show what they're worth, or at least, get the chance to have something to build towards, because you can't just expect people to build up out of nothing. There's got to be a carrot, to run towards. Not just...
In fact, did they end up qualifying? On that note, in North America, there's a team known by...
Are we talking about Zalato?
Yeah, Zalato. A full
Mexican
Mexican
team.
squad.
Yes.
And Ifrit, of course, their most known player. He's been around the scene for a little. What is going on to the minimap, by the way?
He's having fun. He's looking at all their hats.
the minimap.
No, the minimap.
Oh, the mini map.
Yeah.
No, that's just normal player shenanigans.
Yeah,
My
we-
favorite is when we all get really bored and we start playing Scribble.
I know what's going on there. Whoa.
Tusk is on.
Tusk has had one too many to drink. Tusky here.
He is out there.
That penguin's like, what in the what is going on?
I'm going to call PETA.
Yeah, right. Save
And
me.
it
He's like a
starts
little sign.
tomorrow.
No, okay. It's an awkward face there on the Doom.
I love how they still like
look this
blink and
derpy.
their mouths still move as well.
Sometimes their jaws start moving out of control too.
Yeah.
Like they like wobble like crazy.
This is more pitiful than creepy, really.
Back on Steam, that does not sound like a hotkeys problem.
Yeah.
Well, they did say after a while that no, he's now deceased from Discord as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So-
it wasn't that.
Things definitely went from bad to worse over on the Radio Picolo side.
European qualifier starting off tomorrow.
That's
And then
big.
NA after
Isn't
that,
it
of course.
OG versus Alliance or something?
Yeah,
like
they were
right
saying,
away?
I think their opening match, OG versus
Ah.
Alliance. It's
I'm jelly.
pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy we did cast NA, of course, as well, but Europe, of course, is
It's stacked. It's stacked.
pretty stacked. Look at this team, by the way. Caban. Oh, yeah, that's Cinderin squad.
Cinderin squad.
Oliver, 9, DK, Phobos, Biver, and Cinderin. That's a solid squad.
So he grabbed what was left over of Team Spirit after Gambit took FNG. And it was supposed to be, they were hiring FNG, but basically there was code for saying, all right, we can't actually pay his buyout, but we're going to pay you enough to, have that player over here. And then the other 3 players, well, there wasn't really a team left. Like if you sell FNG, you sell your team basically, because that man is the heart of that squad.
Yeah.
And so you had these players looking for a new captain, and you had Cinderin looking for a new team. So that was a really natural fit, I think.
God, the Crystal Maiden laugh is like the fakest laugh I've ever heard.
So when are they going to officially announce that ILTW is a new member for OG?
I don't know.
Because once again, it's suggesting that he's a stand-in. I'm sorry, when a player stands in for you like 3 events in a row, doesn't it just become your 5th plan? It's whatever.
I'm not too sure. Hey, Lena reconnected?
All right, Lenara, let's go.
Yes?
Oof.
Yes. Let's rock and roll.
Very cool of you.
So where were we?
Yeah, they're a little bit thrown off here. Pepita going to be able to grab that rune, get the surge up. We'll get hit with the Infernal coming out from Hiko here, but should be fine.
And Doom does actually not have the purge, the mana to purge. Oh, no, just farming.
I think they use. Do they use?
But
Yeah, they use the wall because they got that big old.
Yeah, the wall over there.
coming through. It's been so long since this game was.
Yeah,
yeah,
20
just
minutes
Who
ago.
was even playing? No.
looking at these last hits right here, I think I've said it before, but there's quite a bit of a burden on this Darkseer to make stuff happen going into mid game, because he's the only one on his team who's doing like really well, and especially Morphling has been kept down. He's at like half the last hits of the Doom right now. And the Terrorblade also doing really well. It's got 11 denies as well.
So there's a gank over here to the mid lane. Got the Grimstroke and of course Tusk. There's only so much that RoboZ is going to be able to do with this.
Beautifully timed as well.
Zealacor, they've got the Stroke of Fate, the Shards, the Inkswell, the Light Strike Array, and the Laguna.
Boom shakalaka.
Hot stuff.
Did not have Shallow Grave. At this point, not surprising, but we
No,
might
some
see him
point-
pick it up next
Oh,
level.
no.
Timato came in for this.
It's a nice
But
slow.
Tusk's still waiting. He's going to cut him off, actually. He doesn't even have to.
Yeah, it was aggressive TP right there. So now Morphin's going to have to head all the way back bottom eventually.
And
And
they
there he
need-
goes.
They're just using the shrines.
Darkseer is being annoying.
Yeah, Pepino needs to be a little bit careful here. They do have the Snowball coming up. We'll be able to go throw out that Phantom's Embrace Light Strike Array. And that's another kill for Lenaro.
Dire's middle tower is
Grimstroke
under
Tusk
attack.
is such a powerful combination. You don't mess with that. But at least now they know that it's Terrorblade is alone. Camus, he's too fast. He can't do anything. And this is what I was talking about before a bit, is that Moose is, like, he was this really aggressive player, running in everywhere, but an Elder Titan is really nothing like a Tiny at all.
Radiant are scanning.
Not like a tiny. You can still play him very aggressively, but it's a very specific sort of setup if you want to do it. Because I have seen Theolacor go ham using Elder Titan. Of course, that was a different patch as well, though. So that could be, another big portion of that. But I've seen that guy rack up kills early game by himself.
You can react easier to an Elder Titan. I think it's a big thing where Tiny can just catch you off guard with that combo.
It's not the same. It's not the same terror, right? Of being able to, you've got moves on this Tiny. He could be anywhere. He's very scary. An Elder Titan, you run into him in the woods, and you're kind of like, all right, well, I don't know where the rest of the team is. But top lane, they do use the Doom over here on the Darkseer, and he just turns right around again.
He's fine.
Doom down. Crystal Maiden up here throws out that Crystal Nova.
I'm kind of surprised to see the Darkseer just, walking back. Like, I'm gonna punch him.
Well, Potato's not afraid.
Every time you say potato, I think of, the tomato potato camp, and I'm like, that's not a hero.
Light Strike Array and a Laguna.
Jeez.
And
Yep.
the tip.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go. Everybody join in. Yeah, that was a great catch. This Lena has proven to be a very good pick already.
It's weird because you don't see this hero much anymore, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, Lenara's making it work.
Specific in some cases. You got to hear like Morphling on the other side, who is going to be susceptible to that burst damage when he's on an Agi shift, which is majority of the time it feels like. So
Crystal Maiden, oh woo, you are not speedy enough to get away from this big old demon.
I guess you frostbite him on
It
the
just,
tower.
look at it, just immediately just runs
He
back
purged
in.
it off. He purged it off, yeah.
Ring around
Smart.
Rosie.
Are they looking to doom
It's
it?
actually going to live,
No.
though.
They're not dealing nearly enough damage, but
Well, does he have vacuum? Yeah, probably not.
no.
It's not. What are you gonna do to this dude?
Oh, he actually used it. Okay, he does have a point, but he used it earlier.
Dude, Guard needs to be a little careful sitting a bit low down here. That is a big open middle lane right now for RoboZ though. Which I'm sure he is enjoying, but it's not like he's really gonna be taking that tower down anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, he is going the Necro build as this core Dazzle, so we're going to see him start pushing buildings aggressively. Now, it's not free pushes, as that's another kill in Tomato.
I must say, Moxie, you were hyping up this Tomato Morphling, and this is a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Lina rotating, though, as early as she has. Like, she hasn't been in the mid lane in the last couple of minutes, it seems like, and clearly proven to work out, though.
Yeah, no, it's, and then, you know, you see the Terrorblade came mid for a little bit, took some of these creeps, goes back into jungle, moves around.
And RoboZ doing the same.
Dire's middle tower is
But
under attack.
yeah, I mean, props to the Lina for successfully, you know, feeling out that she can just go straight back into the bot lane. At the same time, though, she was off map.
We don't even have the Grimstroke ulti yet either, too. Like,
Oof.
Yeah, the double
The
Laguna
double
Blade, as you
Laguna.
mentioned. Double Doom, of course.
I'm just gonna leave that haste rune sitting there. You may come to regret this decision, Theo Lacroix.
Well, Moose would really want that, of course.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
that's his kind of rune.
Yeah, Lina was coming over to grab it, and now she's pinging to say, where did it go? Well, this is where it went. Another Titan.
Oh, nice stomp.
Look at that damage. Other Titan Burst, the bad juju is really strong. So I'm guessing that they might want to turn this into a push on the bot lane, unless they feel like they can't hold mid. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Darkseer coming in, actually, not the
killed
Dazzle.
her. Oh, Lenaro gets himself another kill. This time it's gonna be the sister that falls, but this is just a punching war until the rest of the crew shows up. He's gonna try to sidestep. Be able to do it. He's still gonna get nuked down. Oof.
Half-life to nothing with one heal, jeez.
Yeah, but his positioning made sure that basically all of the damage could be dealt by the Terrorblade to that tower in the meanwhile.
This harass coming up from Lenaro on Tomato is worrisome. Oh boy.
So I guess Lina is just bottom lane. Like, she actually
here now.
hasn't been mid lane.
That's two Lagunas that she's used on
Yeah,
the Morphling
and
too.
she went to the jungle a little bit, now she's back to the bottom.
Excellent.
Uh-oh. Over here, it looks like Elder Titan in for some problems. Well, followed the Stroke of Fate. Still gonna make it out. There's gonna be another Phantom
that.
trying to punch it down. The Doom making this rotation. They'll find it though with that last Stroke of Fate, and I don't think Tomato wants to be here anymore.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to abandon lane, unless they, like, if this Dazzle stays here and they can actually punch through into that tower, there's going to be some space again, but I think they're just losing their tier 1 here.
All right, they have no interest in Crystal Maiden. They have a little bit of interest over here on RoboZ. He does have that Poison Touch. Snowball's going to come through. We see a speedy little Darkseer coming, running on over. Woo, though. Snowball will connect. It will get dragged back by the vacuum. They'll get the Frostbite off. Look at the damage coming out from that Shadow with the Shards. Not going to be able to separate him from anything else, but...
Tomato doesn't even get the last hit. Peter just takes that and he was thrown out the adaptive strike and everything. So yeah, they're busy running after this Tusk while
Getting
the
distracted,
Terrorblade
yeah.
is just farming.
Radiant's middle tower
This
is under
Crystal
attack.
Maiden is really just so fragile. She can't go anywhere without just dying. Running into the Grimstroke there, I'm sure that doesn't spell anything good for her.
Dire's bottom tower
Swoogity swooty, Lena's coming for that booty.
Oh,
I love
Tomato.
that line.
Wherever you go, Tomato. Feels like this Lena's going to be watching you.
There's a 75 damage talent picked up by Dazzle, though. So again, Dazzle is proven to be a bit of a threat. And with that Necro finished as well. The 8th lens on Lina. Lina,
Lina.
excuse me. We've seen a lot of Luna today.
Let's see.
Dire scans, they found him. They know he's still in the trees. They're going to look for him.
Oh, waveforming forward. They've got the shards. It's going to be the Snowball. He's going to try to get himself out with the Light Striker and the Doom and the Laguna Blade. He's out of here, and they get a nice wall off, pull back with the vacuum, but I don't know if this is going to be quite enough. Nightlight Striker, again, they're going to be able to go land that stomp. There's going to be the Earth Splitter coming through, which should look really nicely, especially followed up with the Dazzle and the Juju. Nice little bind coming out, but what do they have to use on any of these guys right now? They're going to have to move themselves away. Looks like Stabulate should be able to run out, no problem. Bardo, this is another story. I think that he is
Yeah.
not long for this world.
Yeah, this Dazzle, as I just mentioned going into that, he is the MVP right now, absolutely. The damage output, if we could see damage percentage, it'd be like 90% from him in this game right now, and 10% for the rest of the team.
Look at that.
And the Elder
Look
Titan.
at the Elder.
I guess Elder Titan obviously was a pretty big impact in that specific fight,
For
but
sure.
Under attack.
Like, the bad juju minus armor stacked on top of this Elder Titan aura is ridiculous. So much physical damage all at once.
he doesn't even, the Elder Titan doesn't even have the aura yet.
Oh, he doesn't?
Like,
Oh,
that's the scary
not
thing.
Not even a value point?
No.
Holy shit.
Level 0.
I was, what?
Yeah, no, that,
Okay.
but that's even more impressive to me. That we're already seeing intense damage. Now you throw
Yeah, you got that
level
in
1,
later
let
on.
alone level 4 on that.
Radiant's middle
Oh, boy.
tower is under attack.
That's gonna be a problem.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm guessing that they mostly expected to be using the Elder Titan to, you know, sit behind a tower, shove out waves. And not as much for the involvement, but I like to see a value point in that from time to time, so I'm a bit surprised. Moose clearly doesn't need it though, if you look at his damage output, so yeah.
Making so much space here for Costabile though. Like he is been allowed to pretty much free farm wherever he wants.
Yeah, Morphling on the other hand is struggling. They've done a good job of them being the popsicle team on the dire side of addressing that, keeping him in check. He wouldn't have valued Morbid Mask early on in Morphling. He's had that for a little bit. And he's going a bit of an old school build. He's thinking about going the Lincolns into the shotgun. Again, Doom. Lincolns has been a more popular item as Doom's popularity himself has risen. This isn't a build that we've seen a lot on Morphlings recently, however.
At least they got a tower down now, so Infamous has a little bit more space, and you see Morphling using that space as well. And it also means like towers are these teleport points, like these access points for the enemy team to go out and come find you. So less towers means less aggressive play coming out from Radio Picolo as well.
Thinking Galena.
This is a big one. Yeah, Surge comes up.
Who do they find over here? Oh, nobody.
No,
Tusk.
No, yeah, they found themselves an Elder Titan and
Tusk is flanking and defending, and that means the lead.
That's fine though, right? You take
Bottom
that.
tower
Yeah,
is
that's
under
the whole
attack.
reason why he was standing there.
Tank and the gank.
Radiant are scanning.
I feel like they got a bit distracted there. I think you can totally take that 2v4 fight if you just collapse on the Lina, ignore the Tusk for now. Like, what do you care about him?
Thinking of the shotgun build again, though, Morphling, you're against Terrorblade, I suppose. There is added value there, being heavy magic burst, and then even with the Elder Titan aura, of course.
OCM.
They have to be careful. I don't think you, yeah. It's funny how you see her get in a bad situation. You're like, oh yeah, CM's dead, but you know,
Yeah,
there's
like,
other
it's
people.
just my
here.
reflex, you know. It's like, oh, well,
Well, you know.
especially since she's up against the king of popsicles, you'd say that the Ice Maiden would
Fortified.
regularly bite the dust.
Well, I mean, if we're going by elemental too, you know, Lena clearly is the superior sister because ice melts. Melts into water, of course, but you know, let's not overthink this, right?
So, would you say that Morphling has this, actually?
Yeah, that is true.
Interesting, we've just solved the drought.
So
We're
the drought.
Pokemon now.
All right. Tower's still standing, not by much.
Dire's middle tower.
Not
There
gonna be
goes.
able to deny it. Too
Dire's
risky.
middle tower
Yeah.
has fallen.
Strong siege.
Finally, some
coming up
space
from
for
Desert.
Morphling.
Yes. He was involved in that push, though, still. I'm not sure if that was
Oh,
necessary.
this, range, this seems a little risky.
Bad juju.
That juju,
A lot of
that's
minus
true.
armor.
Shards.
Penguin.
Lena picked up the eels. I like the eels. I think she does need one.
Who's Green's bottom? Okay, Green's TPing in. That's Doom.
Radiant's bottom tower
I don't
is
think.
under
Do they get in there
attack.
fast enough?
We're gonna try, and it's gonna get them to retreat.
And I don't think Radio Picolo can take it themselves yet.
It's pretty low.
Low it is, yeah.
But do they have any of the
Uh-oh, Doom?
necessary items? They had the Doom as a flat, so they could have taken it themselves, but instead the Doom's getting chased now.
Morphling
Yeah.
in Doom.
Feel the core. They're collapsing. I don't know. Do they go? They're not all together just yet. I don't know. Doom's gonna get used over on the Morphling with Pop Light Striker. He doesn't quite connect though.
Yeah, if he gets hit by that, he dies.
Yeah.
But
They'll turn their attention out to Theola Core, and I think you just want to leave at this point. You don't have the rest of your team.
easier said than done.
Look
True.
at Moose.
Yeah, how fast he is.
I friggin' love Surge, man. It's so good. And I think that now you can go back into the pit. You gotta hurry a bit, but you could finish this Roshan if you wanted to,
Yeah.
especially if Moose throws out a couple of
They're
other...
gonna go in though. They have the Grimstroke ulti. And they have the Laguna.
It's so risky to try to defend
It's,
this
it's
now, though.
incredibly risky. So they have
No.
they have an Elder Titan.
I don't like
hit,
that they're
you don't
nearby.
wanna hit, but
There's still an Earth Splitter. There's like 6 seconds
Yeah.
at disable. He can deliver
And
on
Doom is
huge distance.
Doom doesn't even have his Doom yet. So.
yeah. Okay.
Very well done there by Infamous. Bailing out when they see it can't work and then catching the Doom on the retreat there. The only problem is that CORSAIR has been farming all that time.
He's working on the BKB too. So Light Strike Array. Try to jump over. Lenara does have that. Should be able to get out. They're not gonna be able to stop fast enough. No. A little bit of bot movement there, where you just kind of run around circles around each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
lag.
Lag.
I would believe it after seeing that that one interaction. Just whew, around in a circle.
Yeah, he was clearly not quite going where he wanted to go.
No, something was not quite right with that Darkseer.
Go try. Okay, that's fast. Let's hope that it was just a little spike. That happens from time to time.
Indeed.
And this game is remarkably even so far. There was a brief moment in time where it looked like Infamous was going to be in trouble, but they're catching up again now, and it looks like it's going to mostly be Constabule against the world again, which is the scenario that we've seen him pull off before. But at the same time, that was like, if you played that game 100 more times, how many times is that going to happen?
And it goes back to the matchups as well. This is a difficult Terrorblade game. It's not often it happens, but Elder Titan, specifically Morphling, especially going the Ethereal Blade build.
Yes, and Morph is just going to copy him, and then you'll have a Terrorblade on the other side.
Possible, yes. Likely, I would say no. But this is still very early on in this game. 20 minutes in, so not to get too ahead.
And Tomato is not even at that Lincoln's yet.
Well, the meta's up.
I like that they're just using it. You know, you've got the TB, he's strong. The enemy is trading for tier 1 on the other side of the map, I believe. So, yeah, that's always a good trade. You're always going to take that.
And on the level 1 Necro.
Yeah, as this Terrorblade right now, you're not actually facing off against a Morphling yet.
Tomato.
They have no way to jump him. Not yet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Lena needs her initiation. I don't know if she's going anything yet. I think she went Eels first.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
She is going to go Blink, okay.
Yeah, I see the need for that, and then the Boots of Travel after. Deal with any possible split pushing coming out from the Dazzle. I really like that.
Crystal Maiden living her dream right now. She's so speedy. But looks like the Olacor is going to pay the price here. Just throw out the snowball. It's going to go right back over to that creep. Shards being thrown out. And there's going to be the Grimstroke ulti. They use the Laguna over on the Doom target, though. We'll be able to get the pick off onto the Olacor. They'll lose Robo Z, though.
Dazzle got picked off.
The Earth Splitter coming through, and they'll be able to evaporate Lenaro here. Grimstroke trying to run himself out, isn't quite going to be able to, though. In fact, he is not long for this world. So I guess, you know, at the end of the day, it's space.
Yeah. I am shocked that actually went so well. The Soulbind was one thing, but the fact that the LSA hit 2 targets on the other side and then bursting out Dazzle like that as fast as they did, it seemed like that was shaping up to be pretty good for Popsicles, but...
At the same time, though, they had these 2 beefy targets linked up, but no damage to throw on them, and then it was basically just a slow. That Laguna Blade over on the Doom target is like, the Dazzle's not going to do anything anymore. Just let the Doom chase him down. Throw your Laguna, I'm sure that fight goes very differently. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication over there.
I think Morphling finished the Lincoln, so has that now.
Okay.
Getting the Ethereal Blade queued up for next. Then the BKB. Already having a good insight on what Tomato's planning.
He's got this Aegis for the next couple of minutes still as well. So, yeah, I imagine he'll just be making himself at home in this dire jungle. He's not going to move. He's very safe here. And, yeah, the Crystal Maiden is pushing out the bot wave. Just, you know, if she dies there, that's fine. She's a Crystal Maiden.
They're heading down there.
But Mamana Kips.
No, they are heading down here, so it is going to be a bit of a distraction. I think you're right, though, because they're pushing top tier 2 meanwhile.
Yeah, this was 100% going to happen.
Yep, Snowball coming in. They've got the Inkswell, not going to connect with the Slow Will. But Stroke of Fate, Walrus Punch. Hey, just
Is she gonna live?
damage. She's not going to live.
She's gonna live? No, she's dead.
No, definitely not going to live.
Not
Nice
live.
Echo Stomp, though, coming through over here. And gets 2 people on this
Set up a
fault
turret.
line. Ooh, the Olacor in for some trouble. They're going to take down the Grimstroke as well.
Didn't live, but very good. Got 2 kills in response.
And no tower.
Yeah.
And they killed tier 2, so yeah. Across the board.
Excellent response there. Normally you don't want to go back in order to save the Crystal Maiden. That's nonsense, but you can definitely go back to mop up a couple of kills after you've already taken down the top tower. So, really a lot of damage coming out there from Infamous, and they're using it well. So I imagine, I mean, they're not pushing through on the bot lane, alright. Just keeping it cool for now. Only Moose staying here.
Luna really needs that Blink Dagger. She was so good early on, but you know that's because everyone's underfarmed, etc. But now that people have much more mobility, they're sticking together as a team much more. She needs that tool to get in there, which she just picked up, as we saw. So I think that's a big item for the Dagger team that they're looking for, to allow Lena to get a lot more active once again.
I think I saw that Doom has a blink of his own as well. So that's
Okay.
yeah. So that's a lot of straight up initiation coming from Raido Picolo.
Yeah, this Soulbind's going to be big.
Either the Lina or the Doom is going to get in there and get their ultimates off on this Morphling. I mean, maybe both, actually, because he has that Linken's. You'd hope that...
I mean, yeah, you've got the okay.
That's an illusion,
Yeah,
that's an illusion.
They're aware.
They look very
It's
like, oh, someone's coming. Wait.
You would become
The smoke
exposed.
didn't pop, so...
It's a bait. This feels like a bait. Yeah. All right. There's tag team. Walrus punching comes Costabile. He's got the meta. They've got the Light Striker, right? And there's Crystal Maiden doing the dance for people. Soulbind's gonna land though. They get the Laguna over there. Oh boy. Now it looks like this Dark Series all doomed up. Costabile actually popping that BKB in the fight, but in comes the Morphling. He's gonna turn himself into his own Terrorblade. This is not looking safe right now.
Wow.
We're gonna lose Costabile, right?
The Soulbind, it was good that you double Gunblade, double whatever, but it was on Darkseer and Crystal Maiden.
Yeah,
Those are not
those are
the prime targets. You at least want one of the cores, Dazzle or Morphling. Didn't get either, unfortunately, so really going to need to look for that in future fights, but that definitely helps allow to get the response, and you see right there, morphing into Terrorblade. Going to use it to push now, and he's got 2,000 gold saved up with the Ghost Scepter already.
Double
So that's
buybacks on the supports though for that fight. And it did also stop the huge freezing field from the Crystal Maiden. She was positioned for that really well. So the Soulbind actually
Well, it's the
not
Phantom.
the worst. Yeah, the Phantoms. Like,
Phantoms is what you want on her to get her.
yeah, well, they couldn't see her, so she Soulbound up, and then the Phantom hit her. And Infamous are going to turn this into a base push now.
They're going to try to force a buyback, which he doesn't want to. 10 seconds left. And they're going to get the tower at this rate because Metaform.
Try to slow him down. They
Or-
pop the Lincoln's Walrus Punch coming through. Do they have to save
Okay,
here?
we're not.
Now there's going to be this Shallow Grave followed up with the Echo Stomp. Gonna try to put some more damage over onto Morphling. He should be able to just waveform himself out. They use the BKB. That's going to be their splitter put back in the back, but they don't have anything to really catch right now. They're chasing after a team that they just don't have the lockdown for.
Has fallen.
I always hate when Morphling
Mono's
do
out
that.
sitting at like 19.
Yeah,
oh my god. Where's the Wind
Well,
Ranger
he-
to just zoop at the last second?
Yeah, he shifted into the full agility, went to 1 life, and I'm just like, oh god, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
No, now he's back to full life.
They did not get the tower there, correct?
They did.
Oh, they did,
yeah.
they did. So, yeah, great for Infamous.
Let's try and expose now.
That's 2 BKB charges gone for the Terrorblade as well. Which makes a lot of difference.
I'm seeing a lot of this. What got buffed to at the Aeon Disc? I know it got changed in 7.21. We'll take that look in a second, as it might be engaging soon. Oh,
Darts actually do connect over here. I don't think they're chasing after this Dark Seer. Just picked up that blink too, so.
okay. But yeah, I know Aeon Disc got some changes. Dazzle's the one that picked it up there.
Let's see.
Dark light.
Status resistance from so that got increased, and then recipe cost reduced. Okay.
A little bit of a buff.
Yeah.
I think it's more just the fact that he's getting heavily focused in these fights and wants to be able to keep everyone else alive, keep those stacks of bad
Get
juju
his
going
grave
on.
up if needed.
And you really don't want to be using the grave on yourself if you're a Dazzle. You want to be able to save that for the Morphling, but you know, if it's you dying or you're not getting the grave off anyway. So yeah, Aeon Disc is a great choice here, I think. And he's got that cooldown reduction as well.
I was going to say, if he didn't, CDR. Most powerful stats
So
in the
balanced.
game. Yeah, what is the cooldown there? Sorry, he keeps checking it. 74 seconds then, 75 seconds, okay.
And Dazzle's not even at max level bad juju yet.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh boy, Theolacor getting pushed and pulled around over here in the mid lane, trying to run himself out. Will be able to get out from that Echo Stomp. Follow up with the Light Strike, right? Not sure if they want to go in for this fight. The Soulbind coming out here in the middle of everything. The BKBs will get popped. You see it coming out actually over on his Elder Titan. And the Dazzle, we've got the Freezing Field getting used. Kotabli popping his BKB. They've got their eyes over here onto the Morphling. Are they going to be able to do anything to him, though? It's not looking good right now. Kotabli is taking a lot of damage here. He's trying to run out. Again, the Light Strike, right? We'll get the Sunder off. He's going to pop that meta. He's still trying to run himself out. They've got the fault line down. It's going to turn it back around. Kotabli is in so much trouble. Can he get out in time? He's not going to be able to, despite a very nice Light Strike, right? Oh, the pull down though on Theolacor. He's going to have to use that snowball to get himself out, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to chase right into that base, and that's a double kill.
I don't know what Doom... I would want to go back. That's one of those where I really wish he would go back because, yeah, he didn't Doom. He was right next to the Soulbind targets. Something stunned him, silenced him, I guess, but for some reason, he did not get his Doom off.
Yeah, you're right, because I saw him standing on the up wall, and I was like, anytime now, he's going to jump into the fight. Like, he's flanking this entire group right now, and I didn't see him at all after that.
I mean, I'm sure there's a valid reason, but again, it was hard to tell what actually happened there. But either way, it's a great fight, and they're going to catch Doom now. See? Oh, well, there's a Doom.
All right, the Doom does get used over onto the Morphling. We'll lose the Doom, but, I mean, the rest of the team is not really up here. You've got the Lina, who's up and kicking, but...
Yeah.
There's so much sustain on this team too, with like having the Dazzle and...
At least the backdoor regen kicked in and saves them from losing another Rax right now, but there's a DD, and the entire Radiant team is going to walk straight by that. There is a Roshan waiting for that double damage to be used on him. This is all coming up infamous.
That's right, Roshan loves pain. Spawns double damage in front of him so often.
No king shame.
High five.
High five.
What is going on here?
Oh no, Lenaro. All right, easy. Free Roche. Free Roche for Tomato.
Oh, yeah.
Lena's down for 40.
Does have buyback though. We do have the buyback up on her.
As impressive as her start was, she was the momentum controller of this game. She was camping that bottom lane, and guaranteed Tomato was frustrated, but good job keeping composure because this is all looking good for Infamous now.
This is a Tomato hero for sure.
Here's a Hex was just purchased on the Doom. And is this the Darkseer just going for the Terrorblade kill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. He's got the Sunder. He's got to run himself out here, and they've got the Spirit running through. Yeah, ET's going to have his own BKB, for God's sakes. They're going to turn back around.
Yeah, ET's just like, please stand next to me.
Yep, for sure. Oh, the body block's coming out. He's in so much trouble. If they get the shards, though, we'll be able to block. Theolacor trying to run himself out. He will give his life for that Terrorblade, and they're going to lose this tower.
Elder Titan just straight up bought a beat.
Yeah, that was Elder Titan is zoned Terrorblade that whole fight. He forced Terrorblade to run away.
And the
top net worth in the game.
Pepita too. Oh my God. I don't know. This is not looking super great here. Echo Stomp does land over onto the Terrorblade. Terrorblade cannot afford to be taken down right now. Oh, the pull back over onto the fault line. It's not going to be able to go. Turn back around. Lenaro is trying to get out as much damage as he can. There's going to be the Freezing Field coming out from the Crystal Maiden. She's in the middle of everything. They've got the Soulbind out, but they don't really have anything to go on it right now. Going to be able to run herself away from her sister. Echo Stomp lands over on the Grimstroke and the Terrorblade. They're just going to try to go for Megas right now.
Why not?
How much does Rado Picolo have left in the tank right here?
They got to give it their all at this point. You can't, you know.
Major spot on the line.
Fight till the death.
Infamous on the verge.
They're going to be able to throw some more damage here, but they find the Doom. Doom is down for 49 seconds. They've got so much sustain. Laguna gets used over here on the Morphling, and they throw out the Shallow Grave. A little bit slow on that, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to be able to keep him alive. Now coming forward, Light Strike Array will come out, but it doesn't matter. They'll take down Theolacor. There's no buyback on Doom, no buyback on this Tusk. They're just ripping apart this base.
Infamous loving the idea of going to Sweden, and they're on the verge of doing it right now.
Hey man, they've been here before. They're ready to come back. Light Strike Array again. They're looking to just close this out. Bag them and tag them.
All right, Constabule. Is he saving the buyback and the BKB?
Yeah, I feel like we're setting up something we've seen before.
I don't know. This is going to be enough, though.
Unfortunately, he's not 25.
This is different.
No, he's definitely not.
Yeah, you got to be 25 for that to happen. So.
He's struggle busting here. This tower's just going down.
He has all of his abilities up though, and I imagine he only wants to use them after the buyback.
Looking
But his team is dying around him, his base is dying around him. There he goes.
All right, double soul bind. There it is. There's the meta. They're going to turn back around. And look at this. This BKB moves. It's just like ridiculous. Look at him. Just chasing him down. The BKB is
Did he doom a necro cube? Anyways, GG. That's
GG. Infamous is coming back to Sweden.
Infamous. Second team out of South America. They'll join Chaos, of course. Congratulations to them. That's going to be a great, great feeling. You know, getting knocked down by Chaos ultimately in the first round, but they fought their way back, and they're moving on. So as far as popsicles, I try every time, I swear. I don't, you know,
Once more, Breaky.
Ray do Picolo.
Yeah, that's it.
Picolo.
You got it. You got it.
I finally learned their name,
you
guys.
did at the very end.
No, but they played impressive. On a serious note, we have the minors coming up, of course, for them now. They got to be feeling good about their chances there.
Yeah.
They were close to qualifying for the major. I know it stings now, but there's a whole season ahead of us still, the minor event included. So I expect to see more of them moving forward here out of South America.
Yeah, for sure. Parting thoughts, Kips?
I enjoyed that Lina just going bot and making Tomato's life hell, but I gotta say my favorite player out of like this entire day is Moose.
Yeah, Moose.
100%. That Elder Titan just waltzing in there at the end with the BKB on, going, "What's up?" to the Terrorblade.
Yeah, that was some swag right there.
For sure. Yeah. So he's been on point all day, and I think Infamous in a large part has this this relatively smooth line upwards through that lower bracket thanks to him.
Yeah, no, things are looking really good for Infamous. I'm also pretty pleased the fact that, you know, usually we end up having like a bunch of Brazilian teams that make it to the major and then the minor is Peruvian or whatever. This time we have one of each. And I like that. I like being able to see the best from both of these areas. But yeah, congratulations to Infamous. That looked very good. You know, GG well played goes out to Picolo. Again, I really believe this team. Keep your eyes on them. I think we're going to see some good stuff coming out of these guys.
Infamous out of Peru, right?
Infamous, well, Papita is Argentinian.
Okay.
And I think everyone else is Peruvian now, because I remember Whisper, I think, was Bolivian when he was on there, but he's moved on to Infamous young.
Okay.
I'm not sure about RoboZ. But generally, Infamous is a Peruvian
considered Peruvian, then
considered a Peruvian
Chaos,
just like Chaos is Brazilian.
3 of their players Brazilian.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right, but I believe that's going to be it from us tonight, guys. What time does EU start tomorrow? 11 tomorrow, actually. So you can tune back in here. It'll be Shiver, OD Pixel, and of course Lizard. That'll bring you that OG versus Alliance action. That's pretty hype. We actually get to go to bed at a decent time, so maybe we can actually watch it tomorrow morning instead of, you know, trying to catch up. But yeah, so from all of us here at DreamLeague, have a wonderful night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever you are. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow.